And there we go. All right, welcome everyone. This is Andrew Hill. I teach philosophy here at St. Philip's College. And I'm glad you could join us. We actually have a room full of people here today. We're eating pizza. We're having something to drink. Thank you, Irene, for my drink. I appreciate that.
All right, I'm on my way.
I'm sorry?
Pizza, I'm on my way.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you knew there was pizza here. So yeah, we're actually sitting here. Thank you again, Irene. And we've got the philosophy faculty of St. Philip's College is gathered. We've got our students from the Philosophy Club and the Ethics Bowl. We've got some of our colleagues and partners that are here with us. And again, at the end of the semester, we typically like to take a few minutes to just try and thank everyone who's been so supportive of us throughout the semester and to recognize the contribution of our students and the excellence of our teaching faculty. This is the four of us, including Marie, Tony, Jamie, and myself. And it turns out we're here now. We're in our 52nd year of doing this. Well, on the website, you may notice we have a list of all the people that have taught philosophy before us, and including some of our Fulbright scholars who have joined us over the years. That's Richard and Yvonne Naylor, 2016 with Dr. Lawston. And then Derek Wilson, God bless him, and started here in 29 as our Fulbright scholar who recently passed away. And but we had a chance over the years. Oh, and here is Vladimir, who's also joining us from Vladimir's up at Baylor University now as a visiting researcher. And so we've had a chance over the years to not only have great faculty members come and teach here, but also have that augmented with visiting fellows and scholars like our Fulbright. So there's Vladimir with us. So this is the current team. And what we do, and I should also mention Dr. Travis. He was the first person to be promoted to professor of philosophy here at St. Philip's back in 2006. And when he retired in 2013, he was named professor emeritus. So he's our one and only professor emeritus of philosophy. So I wanted to also recognize him as a kind of the shoulders on which we stand around here. But again, starting almost over 10 years ago now, we started or restarted up the Philosophy Club. It had been a while. They had a Philosophy Club back in the 70s and 80s, believe it or not. But we re-cranked it up again in 2013. That Philosophy Club also started put together small teams that competed in the Ethics Bowl, again, starting about 10 years ago, and they've competed both here in San Antonio and done well. There's pictures of them at St. Mary's University, but also here. We hosted the Community College Bowl in 2019, which was a lot of fun. So we got a long history with the Ethics Bowl. We've also taken field trips. We've taken our students. This is to the Wolf Sanctuary outside of Houston, but we've traveled, example, for the Ethics Bowl. We've gone to Utah. We've gone to Washington, D.C. We've been to Dallas. So we've traveled around with our students over the years. And when things shut down during COVID-19 and the pandemic and everybody went online, we tried to keep the Philosophy Club alive and the spirit alive. We had a research series where we invited guest speakers to come and do Zoom calls with us and share their expertise around ethics. And at the time, talk specifically about like the ethics of healthcare during the pandemic. We were involved for a long time, a 5-year period with the QEP, the Quality Enhancement Plan, which was centered around ethical decision making. So they asked us to have a role in that in terms of helping provide content for the ethics that we were looking at as part of that long-term 5-year plan for the college. And then finally, one last example of type of things that we do in terms of extracurricular activities is the Intercollegiate Civil Disagreement Partnership. This is a partnership we have with 4 other colleges and universities talking about civil disagreement and how we can improve the kind of the standard of civil discourse in our country, especially when things are stressed and difficult. And so that's a little bit about the faculty, a little bit about some of the things that we do. But I also mentioned that we have an award ceremony at the end of every semester. And we start with a Teaching Excellence Award. And normally we've recognized over the past some of the great teachers we've had, some of the other experts we brought in. But every 5 years or so, we like to give a special award, which is kind of one notch up from the Teaching Excellence Award, which is we name a philosophy laureate. And that's a little bit different because it recognizes more than just teaching excellence. This is somebody who's made lots of different contributions over a long period of time. We've done this once before. Matthew Fuller, 5 years ago, was recognized as a, again, outstanding teacher and scholar and researcher and facilitator for the Ethics Bowl. He did it all. And in that same vein, we wanted to recognize Marie Feldmeyer with this 5-year continual appointment that we do. And so we've named Marie, and in terms of the teaching excellence for the year, we wanted to just kind of go a little bit different and name her the philosophy laureate. Again, for some of the things that she's done, including her teaching excellence. She was the very first person to receive the award when we started doing this 10 years ago in 2014. And she took our students out to the first field trip. We went down to Trinity University, took our students there to hear a philosopher speak, Derek Parfit. That was a lot of fun. And so she's been involved with Philosophy Club from the very beginning, but also beyond the philosophy in our department, she also helps out with the Literary Journal. And she's been a moderator for that for a long time. Takes a lot of time. She also spent years working with our students in the cohorts that we had for the Intercollegiate Civil Disagreement Partnership I mentioned. It turns out Tony and Kelly are doing that now and operating as the faculty moderators, which we greatly appreciate. But at the beginning, this was one which has been a great impact across the campus, which is she's helped with the Stream Lecture and Performing Arts series. This brings just outstanding and interesting speakers from across a wide range of interest areas. I've been to many of them, and they're just absolutely fascinating. It really raises the level, again, of thinking, of conversation, of knowledge. These are open events. You always enter and have interesting conversations with students and staff. And she's also worked to make sure that her classes reflect global culture and awards. She's worked with the district for a long time in terms of international education and making sure that our curriculum reflects the global values that the college and the district has set. So for her work with that, she was recognized. That's her there with the Chancellor, Mike Flores, giving her the Global Learning Faculty Award for integrating that into her classes. So you can see she's done quite a bit over the years. So we just wanted to stop and say a special thank you in terms of the teaching evaluations and to say thank you, Marie, for all that you do around here. Say a few words.
Sure. Well, thank you very much. It's great to see you. Thank you very much for coming. And it's really an honor to receive this award. I love what I do. I love philosophy. I love literature. I am so grateful to have a life that involves ideas and aesthetic experiences, and so grateful to Andy. When he told me that I would be receiving this award, I thought, Andy, you deserve this award. He's done 3 times as much for our discipline and for our college, and so I'm just so grateful to Andy and to everybody here at St. Philip's College. It's an incredible community, and it's been so much fun to do the stream series, to be involved in Tiger Paws, and the other activities that we've done as well. So I'm so grateful, and again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I was also just telling Marie that I went this morning to Monarch Trophy to pick up her award and was told it was not yet ready. Oh. And then they told me, I said, well, when can I come back? They said, they'll be ready this afternoon after 1. I swear to God. I said, well, wait, that's exactly when our program will end, but thank you for that. So I promise I will get that to you as soon as possible. Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you. No.
All right. Well, listen, let's move on to the Outstanding Student Award. And it turns out, Jamie, I'm gonna ask you to introduce these students and tell why you're gonna introduce them.
Yeah, well, I was expecting to have something to physically hand them so I can occupy some more time. Yes, so this year, we are giving an award to 4 students who participated in the Ethics Bowl, this year. And these 4 students stood up and did work and didn't chicken out like last year's team. And because of that, actually, won awards. And you were robbed of your first round because I think you guys won that, but still, we're gonna give you an award for that, for your participation, for all of this. In regards on learning ethics and putting in the hard work and getting up on a Saturday morning to go compete. So that's why we were going to be thanking the Stephanie Ferris, Miss Tina Happens, Ellie Rosen, and Valerie Hernandez, who evidently is busy.
Wasn't able to make it right. Sorry about that.
So yes, I guess since there's no award, because we would be handing them out and shaking hands, we'll just all clap for you and say, yay, awesome, good job. And hopefully see you all.
Did ask Jamie if he would do that introduction because it was Tony and Jamie that worked with the group for the Philosophy Club to prepare for the Ethics Bowl. And they did do a lot of work. They were meeting twice a week, going over the cases, getting ready. And as you can see, they spent a lot of time preparing and getting ready for the competition, which was held at Texas A&M San Antonio. All right, so thank you all. Let me go to the next award. Again, I'd mentioned that over the years, we've had Fulbright scholars who've had a chance to come augment our faculty and expand our what we can offer our students here. And this year, we recognize Isaiah Banta. We'll put you on notice. We're gonna get a few words out of you, Isaiah, because over the last year and a half, we were blessed to have a Fulbright. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. A Fulbright scholar in residence, and there's a lot of support that we get from the local chapter of the Fulbright Association. We have lots of partners because our Fulbright scholars go out into the community. They're giving lectures, they're doing faculty development, they're talking to classes. So it's a big role. And we've had a lot of support from a lot of different community groups and organizations. But Isaiah has been very important in terms of support. This is the board of the local chapter of the Fulbright Association. And we've welcomed his energy and enthusiasm and his organizational skills, all of which have helped the chapter. Here he is having a chance to have lunch with myself and also with Ronnie Miller, one of our Fulbright scholars who's recently joined our faculty in sociology. And of course, Vladimir Narcia, who was our Fulbright scholar in residence for 23-24. And there he is with Larry Hufford and his wife, Linda. And again, some of the events and activities that we've sponsored throughout the last year or so. So I wanted to say, Isaiah, would you just say a word or two? Again, we appreciate your time and effort with Fulbright. It helps the chapter, but it also helps all the Fulbrights and it helps St. Philip's College. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to be with you all today. Thank you so much, Professor Hill. It was at that dinner moments before that Andy surprised me and accosted me with that this was going to be happening. So this is great. Professor Hill is one of the first people that I met here in San Antonio. Been here for about 3 years, and he gave me a very, very warm welcome. And come to find out that he's been to some of the same training that I have of, that internationally recognized, community organizing training. And it was a great touch point. It was a great keystone. It was a great thing that made San Antonio feel very familiar, was his welcome. And I'm sorry that I can't be with you all. I really wish I could see you all in person. This is a very busy week on our end. We're bringing together 1,000 people on Sunday around local San Antonio issues. And so thank you all so much. This is a great honor, and I appreciate the time that you're spending today.
Thank you, Isaiah. Yeah, there's still time for people to sign up and come to the December 8th Sunday event at St. Mary's University for Cops Metro, right? Putting a plug in there. There you go.
That's right.
All right.
Absolutely. 50 years.
50 years of Cops Metro here at San Antonio. Yeah, celebration on Sunday. All right, well, listen, let's now switch to the International Education Award. Obviously, with bringing in Fulbright scholars, with the work I was talking about that Maria's done to help internationalize her courses and classes. We've helped also with the International Education Week. We've tried to help with, we've done study abroad programs out of our department, out of the faculty. But we can only do those things when we get help from our partners. And so we wanted to recognize Meredith Beth. Thank you for coming today. And it turns out that she is a primary designated school officer, which means that all the students that are inbound and coming this way to us, our international students, she takes care of that paperwork, keeps them in good status. She helps out in terms of keeping that all legal. She's our liaison with all the government agencies. And also beyond that, she helps support those international students when they're here. And she does that, which involves you have to have some knowledge and some sensitivity. You got to have an understanding of a wide variety of cultures and why people are reacting in very different ways to different situations. And so she ends up being kind of an unofficial counselor, but also celebrating them and their cultures and their contributions, making them feel welcome. This was just the recent Thanksgiving lunch that she sponsored for all the international students. And it was a great event as part of, again, International Education Week. And she makes sure to find those international students, whether on the MLK campus, there's a picture of her at the Southwest campus. And she's been recognized by the district, again, as being part of that team of folks doing the international work, both taking our students out into the world and then also supporting the students that we've brought here to San Antonio. So I just want to say thank you so much for all the work that you do. And say that we actually, believe it or not, the mics will pick up what you say from where you are, but we'd love for you to just say a word or two.
Well, just a background about me. So I've been doing the work of the primary designated school official since 2018. I inherited the job. It is not an easy job, but I love the students. We've had students from all different countries. I work in the advising department, so I have a whole other job, but I love working with the students. So you get to learn a lot of the legislation, the laws, all of the background that you need to know with the students to keep them here, working legal, everything that they need to do to actually stay here, be able to go to school and either transfer or keep coming here and then be able to move forward with whatever they want to do. So I love working with the students here, just and allow them to actually assimilate into what we're doing. I bragged on them during International Education Week. We have a lot of students. 3 of the students we have are in our homecoming. One of them is the king, one of them is the prince, and one of them is the duke. So they've assimilated very well into St. Philip's College. And I love to see that. We have peer mentors and they're working with me, so I get to see them on a regular basis. And I just love that. It's not easy work, because I'm a supervisor, so that is a whole nother job. But I have a lot of support. My supervisor, my director, I'd like to thank her personally because she has been very supportive because I do a lot of other things as well. And I'd like to thank my staff also because I have to ask them for help. Because it's a lot of work, but I do appreciate it. Andy came to me on Monday and said, "Hey, we want to recognize you." And I was so shocked, but I appreciate it because sometimes you come to work and you're just doing your job. And it's nice to feel appreciated sometimes because you feel like you're just there sometimes. And so I really appreciate this because it's nice to say, it's nice to feel like somebody actually recognizes what you do.
All three
I
of you.
appreciate it.
All right, and it turns out, unfortunately, our last recipient is out sick today, but we wanted to recognize Stella. You want to say a word or two?
Sure. I have some remarks here that I didn't write down, but I got from Stella's background. You may know Stella. You see her around all the time, whether you recognize her or not. She has been a longstanding backer of the philosophy faculty and a constant source of support for our students and their programs. And so we want to recognize her for her patience, her professional assistance, her good humor, warm spirit, and all that she does here at our school to make sure that everything runs the way it does and that we can take care of business here. She's worked for several businesses, including Libby Cafeteria, before coming here to St. Philip's College. She's been here for over 16 years. She is an active member of the St. Patrick's Catholic Church community. She has 3 grown children, all girls, and who now have given her 6 grandchildren and 1 great grandson. So Stella she also has a loyal friend, Toto.
Toto the dog, yes.
Yeah, who is a Corky. And that is a Chihuahua and Yorkie mixed. And so we want to congratulate Stella for her fine work and all the things that she does to help us make things run smooth for us. So thank you, Stella.
Thank you, Stella. All right, well, believe it or not, even with a slow start, we're finishing on time, so that's good. We try to always start on time and finish on time, but I thank y'all for coming today to receive your awards, which, like I said, I'll get to you as soon as possible. Sorry about the delay. That was a mistake on our end, but we do appreciate you coming today and joining us. I'm gonna end the PowerPoint. Thank you to all the people that joined us online today via Zoom. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna stop the Zoom and we're gonna finish the pizza and celebrate a little bit more here in person. But thank you to everyone who was able to join us online today for this ceremony. So again, thank y'all and thank you to our recipients. Appreciate it. Stop the share.
And
Well, actually, I need to get out all the way, don't I? Let me do that. Hold on. I think I need to do.
Sure did.